Hey guys, it's Rebecca from Mama Bear Custom Wreaths, and welcome to my channel, Mama Bear Custom Wreaths, where we do wreaths, home decor, and I show you how I do it all. If you have not hit the subscribe button, please do so you guys can catch all of my tutorials. So today we're going to make a Valentine's Day pink wreath. So the materials we're going to need, I'm going to use a pine base. I'm going to use 10-inch jute mesh. This pink and white, can you guys see it? It's pink with white little cottony snowball stripes, possibly white. I'm gonna use some greenery. I'm gonna use some pink flowers, and I'm gonna use this sign here. It's a sweetheart, isn't that cute? This pink heart possibly, and this pink heart. And for my ribbon, I'm thinking I'm gonna use this. That matches the sign really well. Some white and this pink and red and white hearts ribbon. Scissors, cutters, some pipe cleaners, and some cable mounts, hot glue gun, and we can start. Let me make sure my glue gun's on. Okay, yeah, it is. Okay, so first things, I have already done this, but just fluff out our wreath so that our pine tines, our little arms, are out and we can curl them into our mesh and our ribbon, and it'll hold it. So I don't measure, I just kind of go with it. I eyeball it. Same with cooking. Unless it's baking, then you have to be precise, but I just kind of like eyeball things. I'm a student of chaos, I guess. So I'm gonna start on the outside, and I'm just gonna get two, I'll show you guys right here. I'm gonna get my pine tines here, and I'm gonna leave a little bit of extra space here. Don't worry, you will not see that once we're done. And we're just gonna tie it like so. Just tie it in. Okay, then we're gonna do some poofs. We are going to eyeball however big we want our poofs to be, and we're gonna keep them about the same size. They don't have to be exact, but you know, roughly in the same size, all of them. So about that big. Because we're gonna eyeball it, we don't want it to be so much larger than our sign if our sign isn't that big, and we don't want it to be so small that the sign overpowers it. So I think that's a good size right there. And if you do want to measure it, it's about 10 inches. So about a 10-inch poof, and we're just going to tie it with our pine tines again. Just put 2 around it and tighten it up. Now don't twirl them so many times, because we're probably going to go back and put more mesh there and possibly ribbon. So just tie it once, because we're going to be untying it again. So stretch it out, make a little poof, eyeball it, and tie it in. We're going to do that all the way around. And just eyeballing to make sure the poofs are about the same size. We can keep measuring. This one's about 11. So this is our beginning. Do you remember we had this little part that stuck out right here? Can you guys even see it? So let me show you guys what we're gonna do. We're gonna go over it and go back to where we originally tied this in. See, we're gonna keep opening up our wherever we close it at. And then we're gonna just tuck it underneath. And that's why we wanna make it a little bit long so that it can be tucked in. So that's so far what we have. We could poof out our poofs. Now we're gonna go into the center. Can you guys see? Yeah. And again, just tie your pine tines around it. And we can just keep going. Just keep pooping, just keep pooping. Dory from what did she say? Just keep swimming. We're just pooping. And just find whichever pine tines work. So I'm gonna go all the way around again. I'm probably gonna fast forward this so you don't have to sit here and watch me do this. Watch ice melt. So I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, so this is what we have right now. I know, it's not very impressive. Don't worry, it'll start looking better. So again, I'm going to cut it a little long here, just so that we have enough space to tuck it inside of another poof. And so we can just tuck it underneath this one. You can't tell where it begins or where it ends. Okay, so now we're gonna add some color, okay? I was thinking, I really like this pink. So we're gonna cut this pink. And again, I eyeball it. I usually stand up for this, so this is kind of awkward sitting down, but I kind of just cut it from my chin. One of my reading coaches taught me this, to about my belly button. And if you want to measure it, it's about 15 inches. So I take my Deco Mesh and I curl it in, and I just curl it. And then I close it. Isn't that cute? This is this side, this is this side. I like to leave this side up, but you can leave this side up if you like it. And then I'm going to do it here so you can see it. Wherever we had, this is why I say leave it loose, because we're going to be using these, opening and closing these over and over again. So if you open this one back up, you can put your poof right in there. Well, this is not a poof. You can put your little curly cigar looking thing right there. So we're gonna do that around the wreath, and I think I'm gonna alternate between pink and white. So let me cut some of the white. Again, we cut it, curl in the ends, and we're curling in the ends. The reason why we're doing that is not just for the aesthetics, but because mesh tends to fray. So the edges will fray. All mesh will fray. The most expensive to the cheapest one will fray. So to play that off a little bit and to hide the fraying, that's why we roll it in, so that it's hidden in this little curl. And just curl it. Now this one I may do longer because it is very transparent. It's very sheer, and I do want the white to show. So the next one I may make a little bit longer than the 15 inches. We'll see how this looks. Yeah, I may make it just a wee bit longer. So we could make it longer, or we can just do 2 pieces together for this one so we don't waste it. So my sweater has the Mickey Mouse, the Minnie Mouse is felt, so it's sticking to it. So I'm not gonna roll it on my chest anymore. I'm gonna just kind of roll it in the front with this one. So tip, don't wear sweaters when making wreaths. I can't help it. It's winter time, and we just moved. So our new house, I don't have a craft room. This one doesn't stick as much as that white one. So I have a craft garage. So it gets cold in here. I still haven't put the heater and the little air conditioning unit in here. So that, I will have to do that after I sell a couple more wreaths. I do have a little heater back here, but I have to wear a sweater. It's cold in here. I put a little heater so you wouldn't see the the smoke coming out of my mouth, the vapor, the steam. So they don't have to be exact, but this one here we go. We don't want it too spaced out and separate from the other poof next to it. That's better. And so we're just gonna go around and fill in our little twirls here, our little cigars. Okay, so this is what we have so far. Now we need to attach our signs. So I'm gonna put you guys behind me so that you guys could actually see what I'm doing as I attach the signs and we start adding more goodies to it. Okay, I'll see you in just a sec. All right, guys, so we are going to add our signs now. And I was thinking of putting our glitter heart here, our sweetheart sign maybe around here, and then our pink one down here. So I've done some of the prep work already. I attached floral stem here to our heart. So let's put that one first. So we know that's the location that we want it at. So we just tie it to our pine tines. We can actually poke it through the mesh so you don't see it. And then we tie it to a pine tine. Make sure it's secure. And then we can glue the rest in once we know for sure that's where we want it. So the back of our sign, I just put cable mounts and Chenille stems. And so we just tie it to our base. So this does have the back here. You see these metals? We're gonna tie it to the metal base. which is where the pine tines are attached to. And I can glue this underneath as well. Glue it to the mesh. Kind of want to put this here, but I'm going to wait and do my bow first. And then we'll see if we add this there. I think it looks cute there. All right, so for our bow, let's get our, we're going to need a zip tie. Let's move my florals. And I'm going to use this awesome 4-inch ribbon. Look how cute this is. So I dropped mine to the floor. And I'm thinking we're going to have a tail, not that long. I don't need it to be too long. And we're gonna make a loop. How big do we want our loop? About this big, so that is about an 8-inch loop. We make our loop, so this is going to be our tail. We made our loop, pinch it. Then we take our ribbon that's in the back and just make another loop towards the front. And we're going to make sure that they are the same size. It's a little bit longer. Yep, it's about the same size. Okay. That's our first ribbon. Then we're going to use this super cute pink polka dot with little frills, just like the frills on our Deco Mesh. And this one's a 2.5-inch ribbon. I always use wired ribbon because you can play with it, you can mold it, you can make it the shape that you want, or you can't do that if it's not wired. So you pay a little bit extra, but you have a much higher quality ribbon and your wreath will look that much better. So doing the same thing, putting our first loop, getting the back part of the ribbon, of our bow, and rolling it to the front, measure, make sure they're about the same size. Make sure our ribbon looks nice. Okay. And we can do we want to do white? No, I don't think I want to do white anymore. I think I just want to do the 1.5-inch ribbon. This one I'm going to make a little bit longer, the tails, because I'm going to curl this one. It's just a wee bit longer. Grab it from the center here. Make a little poof. Get the part from the back. Bring it to the front, kind of like when you tie your shoelaces. Measure them. And that's our bow. So this is what we have so far. And we're gonna put our zip tie right in the center where our thumb was. and secure our bow. Perfect. So it's secured. This is what it looks like. Let me move this for just a sec so you guys can see what I'm doing next. So now we're going to cut our ribbons with our scissors to kind of match the length. I like to leave one side a little bit longer than the other. You can leave them the same length. There's no wrong or right way to do it. We will fluff this out in a sec, but this is what our, I'll show you guys how to roll this and make it look pretty, but this is what it looks like so far. Okay, so let's cut off this tail. And we can add our, we can use some of our floral stem again. Just tie it to the center there. Secure it so we can use that to attach our bow. And I'm thinking that right here would look nice. Yep, that's where it's gonna go. So we're gonna tie our bow to our wreath base again. And we're just going to tie it around our wreath base, secure it. And we are going to open up our poofs here. I mean our, yeah, the poof and the bow, and just straighten out our ribbon. I like to kind of massage the ribbon. It's had a stressful life on a shelf, being rolled up, it gets to stretch out. Let's just massage it in appreciation for how pretty it is. What this actually is doing is giving it volume, giving it shape, giving our ribbon shape, because it has the wires that I was telling you about. So when you kind of do this, or when you do this, it makes it look full and vibrant and gives it volume. It's like Pantene for your ribbon. So I do this to it, just keep doing that. Your ribbon will thank you. And then I just curl my skinny ones. So, move you guys up. So far, this is what it looks like. All right, guys, so this is what we have so far. We're gonna be adding some more ribbon throughout our wreath just to give it more volume, make it look more poofy. So let's take, I'm sorry, this is such a weird angle. I'm trying not to give you a close-up of my face. So let's take our ribbon and let's add some ribbon to our wreath here in little areas that we can just add some volume. So I think right here is perfect. So just eyeballing again. I like to cut it a little bit longer because you can always cut it shorter if it's too long versus if it's too short, well, that's it. You can't do anything. So we're going to tie this right in here. So I am going to just tie it in there with the pine tine. We'll come back and cut them shorter. But this will go right there. They look cute. See how it's kind of the same design, but one's facing this way, this one's facing this way with this heart. So I think over here, I'm going to add, let me just put these back here. In here, I'm going to add the pink over here. So yeah, that looks cute right there. And we'll just scrunch it like this in the middle. So we have a little V. And then we will, this center part here, we will just tie it with our pine tine. And we actually have one with some mesh precisely where I wanted it. That doesn't always happen, but it did in this case. So yay! And again, I'm gonna massage it. Okay, so now let's get our 1.5 inch mesh right here. And let's make a little loop like so, and we'll leave some tails. Just to make it a little bit different. Make a little loop. Like that. Just make a loop. Bring it to the front, pinch it, and we're going to put this right in here. And tie it, a little knot, and then we can cut our tail. And we can do another pink one here, I think would look good. So, yep, right there. Let's cut it, let's fold it in half. Fold it, scrunch it right here, pinch it, make it a V. and we'll come back and cut these down because they're too long. But we're gonna start adding some of our florals in. So I've already cut the florals and off the stems. I'm just using pink florals. You can get these anywhere. Pink roses, I mean. And we're gonna just stick them in. So I'm gonna put this one here where our V is for our flower, for our ribbon. We're gonna put a flower right in the vortex of that V. Okay, and then we're going to put a rose right next to that. I'm gonna try to get a table over here so I can just do my glue from here to here, because this is really annoying, having to scooch it in all the time. But we have a new space. Not everything is unpacked. I haven't done anything in so long. I just wanted to get back in my craft room ASAP. In a craft room. All right, I'm gonna put one up here. These are just cute little greens. Feel free to use any that you like, any florals that you like. Normally I have a glue pot that I use. It makes this part so much easier and you don't burn your toes. Whoever said crafting wasn't dangerous doesn't know hot glue guns. Hot glue gun burns. All right. Put a rose there. Put another one right here. Our pink flower in there. This is cute because it has the green going around it. This does not need to be this long. Sorry guys, you guys are getting a close-up, not even my dermatologist gets, of my skin. I will change up this craft room with my husband's help as soon as he can help me move all this furniture around. That looks cute right there. So let's put that there. So I've actually run out of these flowers, but I have these little felt ones that look almost identical. So we'll use that right here because it looks really bare right here. Yeah. So let's add a flower there. Some greenery first, sorry. And then we can add a flower back there just by gluing the flower. And I would like to actually put some greenery right here in the center. It's really tight fit. Yeah. Let's put some greenery right there. To fill up this little area right there. And then we can add one more flower right here. Let's fluff out our ribbon here for our bow. Let's give it another massage. It needs tender loving care, some TLC here. It's been shipped in from, I don't know what country. Long trip it had on a boat. Then it got put into a hot truck, train, taken somewhere. It needs some love. So this smaller one, I may have left it a little too long, which is okay. Like I said, we can cut it, which is easier than having to redo it because it wasn't long enough to begin with, or we cut too much. And we can go back and cut these that are a little too long. Some people like to dovetail. I'm not a big dovetailer. I really don't care for dovetails. I just curl mine at the end to prevent the fraying. So that's another reason why I leave it just a wee bit longer. Curl it, and the wire makes it really easy to leave it like that. And if it's too poofy, you can always hot glue those little ends there. That is our Valentine Sweetheart wreath. Take it off of here and try not to kill myself. Isn't that pretty? Pretty full, it's pretty big, and it's gonna look great on whatever front door it ends up on. Alright guys, if you guys like this tutorial, please give it a thumbs up. Say hi in the comments. Subscribe to my channel if you have not so you guys can catch more tutorials as I make wreaths, home decor, and I show you how I do it all. Alright everyone, have a great day. Bye!